Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Yo. This is Yo Javi. And today we are going to be going over the Candlestick Trading Bible. We are going to continue this series. But I just noticed something. Something is wrong here. YouTube is tripping. Let me see. Oh no, it's not tripping. It's not tripping. We good. I thought it opened up the wrong stream. Like it was like a different stream title. Let me just let my peoples know on Facebook that we are live. I am live right now. For a second, I thought we went over the shooting star, but we haven't. All right, yo, listen. There are people out there that, like, it might be you, it may not be you. You know, I'm just gonna put it out there because, you know, I'm always gonna speak from the heart, and this is what I'm feeling in my heart today to say. In your journey, in your trading journey, some people might know that you are trading. It could be friends, it could be family, it could just be people that you love, people that maybe you don't love so much. You gotta understand, and let me take this out. You gotta understand that you might be looking for everybody's approval, everybody's support, everybody's understanding, and that's not going to happen all the time. Some people will support you, some people won't. But I'm going to ask you one question. So what? So what? Some will, some won't, some what? So what? So listen, don't worry about who supports you, who doesn't. Worry about your decision. Did you make a decision to make trading work? Did you make that decision? And if you did, all you got to do is commit to it. So, and technically, if you made a decision, you made a commitment to yourself. You didn't make a commitment to anybody else. You know, maybe yes, you're doing this for somebody else other than yourself. It could be your mom, your dad, your family, like your kids, wife, husband, whatever you have, right? It was a decision that you made. Now, don't quit when it gets hard. Don't quit when you lose some money. Don't quit when you blow an account. Of course, you gotta learn risk management. So when you lose, you're not losing much. If you blow an account, it's because it took time to blow it. Of course, don't blow an account. If you are gonna blow an account, don't do it in a day. Make sure that your risk management is giving you the opportunity to learn from each trade. But quitting is not an option if you made a commitment to yourself, to your husband, to your wife, to your girlfriend, to your boyfriend, to whoever, like to your kids, to your mama, to your dad. Don't quit when it gets hard. Like, put it this way. Let me ask you this. Your days may be hard right now. Like your days may suck. You might be making money, right? You might be making money, but you hate your job. You don't like your job. Maybe you don't hate it, but you don't want to be there. Maybe you are going through financial stress. Like maybe you're going through all of that. And do you get to quit? Like, do you just get to say, you know what? I just quit. Like even your job, do you just get to say, oh, I just quit right now? Like, I'm just going to quit because I don't like it. I don't like how my boss spoke to me, my manager. You know, some people don't want to call it boss. Maybe your manager, supervisor, whatever you want to call it. The person that you report to. They said something to me that I didn't like. That hurt my feeling. Or maybe I messed up at work. They didn't fire me. I messed up. Do you just get to quit? Like, do you just say, I'm done? Do you just say, I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow because I don't like how my life is going? I'm just not gonna wake up. And I don't mean it like you're gonna do something. You know, you're just gonna stay in bed all day. Do you get to say that? So why, if you don't get to say that, why do you think it's so easy to just quit trading? Why do you say, I blew an account, I'm just gonna quit? Why? Don't quit when it gets hard. Grow through it. It's time we grow through the pain. It's time we grow through the adversity. It's time we grow through the struggle. Come on, like the reason why we start something, the reason why we have faith in something when we start is because we believe that we could do it. we think we can do it. We think we have the energy, the smart, like the brains, like we think we have everything, the ingredients that it takes to make it happen. But as soon as we get punched in the mouth, we want to quit. We want to stop. We want to say, you know what, this is not for me. We want to say all of that. Why? Because he got heart. Because he got heart, baby. Come on. Because you can't handle it now. Now that initial like energy, that initial excitement is gone. You want to quit? You want to quit, baby? Because that initial energy, excitement, hope, dreams, goals, that's gone. This is Yo Javi. Let me say hi to my peoples. My man's Fernie. Good morning, bro. Good morning, team. Santana. Hey, entonces Pat Riley. Yeah, for those who don't know, for those who may be watching this later on, he calls me Pat Riley, Coach Pat Riley. So we're earning the title. So today we're going to be again going over the trading, or the Candlestick Trading Bible. We're talking about candlestick patterns, and let's do this. Let's look at what we have gone over already. Oh, hold on. Before I do this, before I show y'all, I showed y'all, but I gotta do something for y'all, and I need you to show everybody that's into trading, everybody that wants to learn how to trade, anybody that asks you like, yo, can you teach me how to trade? And you're like, in your mind, I don't have the time for this. I don't have the energy. I don't like I just don't want to do it. Not because you want to keep it to yourself, just because it takes work, right? I have something for you. I have a solution. Whoa. I have a solution. I'm getting it for you. Okay, so we're going over the Candlestick Trading Bible. I organized a playlist. So in my channel, I'm in my YouTube studio, but in my channel is the same thing. If you go to playlist, you're gonna see, and I'm gonna share them with you now. We have a playlist here for the Candlestick Trading Bible, and I put the name of the author. So let's bring it up. Hold up. Let's go to my channel. So playlist, we go to playlist. So here in playlist, you're gonna see it nicely organized, the Candlestick Trading Bible. So if you ever miss any of my videos, it's neatly organized here in the Candlestick Trading Bible. I'm gonna put every single live stream here when we go over this topic. So we got the videos in Spanish and my live trades, the live trades that I have done. Of course, I'm not gonna be doing that many on YouTube, but once in a while I'll pop in and trade live here. Most of my live trading will be done on my Discord, and then trading psychology. These are my uploads, my video uploads. They're all here because most of them are trading psychology. So I just made a playlist here. So this is our playlist. I have an ad blocker on this account because this account doesn't have YouTube Premium. My other account does, my personal account. So, but look, you're gonna have from part 1. And actually, technically, I gotta change that to lesson 1, lesson 2, 3, 4. This one is because there was a power outage, so I had to continue on a second video. So, but this is the same lesson, lesson 4, lesson 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see? And why is it saying 9? Hold on. I gotta take this one out. That's pissing me off. Looks like I'm gonna have to do it real quick. Let's do it real quick. You see, so I knew something was weird. Okay, this is what happened. I scheduled, so this is the one I scheduled, but for some reason, yeah, let's get rid of that. Remove from playlist. Let me just remove that video real quick because it's gonna piss me off that is there. There was just a problem in the scheduling plus going live. I got the stream key. I got the right stream key. It should have just done it correctly, but technical issues happen. If technical issues didn't happen, we wouldn't have, like in my company, we wouldn't have tech support, right? All right, let's get rid of that. But as I'm doing this, how y'all doing? How you feeling? I see we got 3 people connected. Go ahead, tell me, how was your Father's Day? How was your Father's Day yesterday? If you're not a father and you have a father, how was your time with your father? If you don't have a father, that's okay. How was your day, just in general? Okay, it's weird because let me show y'all. So that scheduled video, I guess, is not here. So tonight I'll be streaming in Spanish. That's here, so that's upcoming. Live now. This is obviously live now. Live replay. This weekend I just went ham. Like I was working on the course. So when you see these 3 videos right here, and I love this thumbnail, but I'm gonna get some different glasses. And that's gonna be the new thumbnail. It's gonna be like this, but with the new glasses, just covering like the whole face. But for right now, the one with the glasses this is me working on the trading course. So this was all on Saturday. Like I pretty much did a marathon. So all right, I guess we don't have to worry about that. So going back to the playlist, perfect. So now we got lessons 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this is the current one. Let me share this with you guys so you guys can have it. Definitely save this, like add it to whatever, just save it. No, like this, like just save it. I'm sharing it with you guys in the comments. Yo, my man's Key. What up, Key? What up, Key? I just saw you on Discord. How you doing, bro? How you feeling? How was your Father's Day? I'm live right now. I'm live right now on YouTube and Discord at the same time. Okay, I just shared the link on. Yeah, I just shared it on YouTube. Let me share it on Discord, right? He said it was good, bro. Thank you for asking. I love to hear that, bro. I love to hear the fact that it was good. I just shared. I don't know why. It's weird. Look, let me show y'all. You see how it's giving us the thumbnail for like this is not even for the live streams, or this live streams about the Candlestick Trading Bible. This is for the course. I don't know, don't mind that. When you click on it, it's gonna take you out to the playlist. So all right, let's go over the book. So let's do something here. Let's put the music back on, right? No repeat. All right. We have gone over the following candlestick patterns: in the engulfing bar, the doji, dragonfly doji pattern, gravestone doji, and now the morning star, evening star, hammer, and now we're going over the shooting star. So when you go on the playlist, you're gonna see the lessons on all of those candlestick patterns. Now the difference between just you going over this book, which of course I want everybody, I would encourage everybody to go through this book on your own. There is added value when you go through the playlist, and you guys have been tuned in. You know that I actually go to the chart and we look for those patterns and we actually make observations. It's pretty much like we're back testing and we're gaining information from the real market. We actually find where this candlestick patterns happen, and we take a look at what actually happened afterwards. So that's definitely an added value there. Definitely, I would suggest for everybody to go over this, this playlist. Take your time. It's going to take time, but we're all learning here. I don't go through this saying that I know everything. No, we learn together, right? Remember I said I haven't been through the whole book on my own. I'm doing that by doing these live streams. So we go through this together. We learn together. We make discoveries together. That's it. So let's go to the shooting star candlestick pattern, page 37. Any questions before I start going through it? And I'll be right back. Just give me 30 seconds. Okay, we're back. So the shooting star, this is a bearish pin bar. And if you remember, what else was a pin bar? It's a hammer, right? It's a hammer. The hammer is a pin bar. So the shooting star is the opposite of the hammer. So it's also called a pin bar because, again, it's a pin bar. Looks like a pin bar. It's just bearish, the opposite way. So the shooting star formation is formed when the open low, so when the open low and close are roughly the same price, right? So the open low is roughly the same size as the close. It closed down here, is bearish. This candle is correct size. I guess I said that wrong or right. I don't know. Characterize, I guess. I don't know. Just don't mind me. Buy. So it's pretty much what makes it up is a small body. It has a small body and a long upper shadow and a long upper wick. So in a long upper wick shadow, it is the bearish version of the hammer. Professional technicians say that the shadow should be at least twice the length of the real body. So the length of this at least twice, not just a wick like halfway, but just it has to be long. So this is the shooting star, bearish pin bar. It's not a hammer, it's a bearish pin bar. A long shadow, closing price is here, small body. And let's see what else it says, and then we're gonna go to the chart. We're gonna look for it and make some observations, discoveries, right? So the illustration above shows us a perfect shooting star with a real small body and upper long shadow, long wick. When this pattern occurs in an uptrend, mind you, when it happens in an uptrend, it indicates a bearish reversal signal. So what this is saying is that, again, we're going up, and it's just saying that the market might turn around, go down, reverse. So the psychology behind the formation of this pattern is that buyers try to push the market higher, so they push, right? But they got rejected by selling pressure, so the sellers came back in and squished them. So here, when this candle forms near a resistance level, it should be taken as a high probability setup. And I'm gonna show y'all how to take an entry on this. I'm gonna show y'all. And you guys have been tuning in. You guys know how I go about my entries. I learned my entries from supply and demand. Let's start there. But I took something that worked there and I just apply it to anything else that I learned, anything new. So this shooting star, my entry would be at the break of the candle, right? My stop loss would be just like if it was supply and demand. I will put it right above that wick. That would be, and I mean, technically that's where I would have put it at. I wouldn't put it there no more because I have a different way of doing it. You guys see that on my Discord. If you're seeing me trade on Discord live, you're gonna see what I do with the stop loss. But at least for everybody, that could be a starting point. So when this candlestick, like I said, or like I read before, forms near a resistance level, it should be taken as a high probability setup, right? It's a high probability. There's a high chance that the market will reverse at this point. The chart above shows a nice shooting star at the end of an uptrend. Notice that it does have a wick. You see, it's not a perfect like reverse hammer, a bearish pin bar. It does have a wick, but it's little. It's nothing crazy. The formation of this pattern indicates the end of the uptrend move and the beginning of a new downtrend. This candlestick pattern can be used with support and resistance, supply and demand areas, and with technical indicators. So for me, and I'll show y'all, for example, on an uptrend, if I see a bearish pin bar inside of a supply zone, that means I could take it. Yes, technically it's counter trend, but the likelihood of this pin bar, right, this bearish pin bar being a reversal is higher. So sometimes, as long as you got a great read on the market, as long as you have a bunch of confluences working in your favor, it's time to take action. It's not time to hesitate. It's not time to doubt. Risk management should be there. Next thing you do is you take the trade. Well, I'm going to talk for me because this is not financial advice, right? I see all of my confirmation. I see all of my confluences. If I see a supply setup up here, I see a supply setup and I see that shooting star, I'm taking it. Counter trend or not, I'm taking it because from learning from the book, you know that this is a high probability reversal setup. It's not just a supply. I love when we could combine like more than one setup, like 2 setups or more at the same time. I love those type of setups. I take those setups any day, whether it's with the trend, whether it's counter trend. Now, counter trend, I do reduce my risk. You know, for example, if on my live account, if I'm risking, let's say $100 on a move that goes with the trend, a counter trend move, I might go down to $60-$50 on a live account. On a profit account, if I'm risking 2% on a trend that goes with the trend, I'm gonna go down to like 50% less, so like to 1%, half, right? You just gotta manage your risk. But if you see an opportunity, I'm not saying FOMO, don't have FOMO, it has to be an opportunity. But if you see that opportunity, take it. So you could use it here. You could just say that you could use this candlestick pattern with any setup, whether it's support, resistance, supply, demand, break and retest. Like, you could take it, but you got to understand it. You do have to understand the psychology behind it. So the shooting star is easy, it's very easy to identify, and it is what does it say here? What does it say? It is what? Very unprofitable or very profitable? It says it's very profitable. Of course, you got to try this for yourself. You have to be able to read it, because it might be profitable to the author or for the author, but if you don't put in the time, you don't put in the work, you don't back test it, you don't forward test it, it may not be profitable for you. I'm sorry to tell you that, boo-boo. Like, it's not. You gotta put in the work, but it could be very profitable. It is one of the most powerful signals that I, the author, you're not the author, I'm not the author, right? So it may not be one of the most powerful unless I put in the work, unless I back test, unless I forward test, unless I take a few losses with it, unless I take a few wins. Because if I don't take a few losses, I won't have the data, the setups, the screenshots to really know when it's going to work the most in this current market, in this current market condition. In the next chapters, I will talk about it in details, and I will show you step by step how to make money trading this price action pattern. So let's see if it says anything. Nope. Okay, so we got the shooting star. We're gonna look at the, we're gonna look at the, the chart. We're gonna do that. So we got a shooting star, bearish pin bar. Again, it is a reversal pattern. But first, before we look at reversal, let's just find it on the chart. When you practice, just start with the basics. Can you find the candlestick pattern? Can you find the shooting star? Can you find that bearish pin bar? Can you find it? Let's start there. Don't look for reversals. Don't look for any of that until you start with the basics, okay? We're gonna start with the basics. Just give me a moment. Okay, so we start with that. We start by looking at that bearish pin bar, the shooting star. And you could actually look at it as a shooting star. Like, this is like the tail of a shooting star. This is the star. Like, you could think about this as like that dust or whatever. I don't know the technical terms of a shooting star in the sky, but that trail. So you could look at it that way. So there's a trail. Or you could look at a hammer that you just drop the other way. So there's one right here, shooting star. And you could do this exercise. You could actually go through the chart. Let me just copy that so I don't have to type it again. And you can look for them. There is two. Hold on. This is one. This is a hammer. I almost put it in the hammer, so it's not the hammer. It's that weight. That body just goes from the top to the bottom. So shooting stars. There's another one here. Do this exercise. Practice. See, can you practice that? All right, you guys see it. Shooting star. That's pissing me off, but anyway, you see it. Shooting star. Another one. Is this a shooting star? You see, first I'm just looking for the candle. The only problem I see with this is that this wick is getting not ridiculously long, but it is long. Let's look at the reference. The wick, there is a wick, not super long. So I guess at this point it depends on if you see it in an uptrend. So if it's not in an uptrend, I won't consider it a shooting star. That's at discretion. You got to look at the context. This stuff is not perfect, so I don't see it as a shooting star. If you do, that's okay. Do you consider this a shooting star? Yes or no? This one right here. It looks like a shooting star. The problem is that it's not bearish. It's bullish. So it's not a shooting star. A shooting star was what? It's a bearish pin bar. The close, right? The close is below the open. You see? Closing price is below the opening price. Opening price is above. Closing price is below. It's bearish. It has to be red, or whatever color you use. It has to be a bearish candle. So that's the shooting star. This is not. Let's keep looking. There's another one right here. You see it right here. All right, real quick. Don't leave. I'm just going to put something on the TV for my son. I'll be right back. Saludos, mi suegro. Saludos. Toma, papi. Mi suegro está conectado. Tempranito. What happened, papi? That one? Ok. Esta noche estaremos conectados en español a las 7 de la noche. So tonight we'll be doing the Spanish live stream, but yeah, that'll be tonight 7 p.m. Okay, so shooting star. We got the shooting star right here. You see that? It has to be a bearish pattern. Shooting star. Let me make sure I didn't do any hammers. Nope, no hammers. Shooting star. You see, you gotta go through it. You gotta practice. You gotta get your eyes used to knowing what this pattern looks like. This is a hammer, right? And if I see anything that we've been through, I'll call it out. Well, not anything, because I mean we'll be focused. We'll stay focused, but. Shooting star, another shooting star. One more. We're gonna get one more shooting star. That's a hammer. Shooting star right here. That's a shooting star. You got that wick. It's at least double the size of the body. It has a small wick here. That's a shooting star. So now let's look at a shooting star at the top of an uptrend. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. And we're going to do the entry and everything. Look at this shooting star. So you had a downtrend here. You know, somewhat of a downtrend. Consolidated here. Drop again. Now, it's not on top of an uptrend, because technically we should be looking for an uptrend first. But look at this. You did have a bullish move. 1, 2, 3, 4 bullish candles. You had the shooting star right here. And look at what happened next, right after that shooting star. Shooting star, you put that stop loss right above the wick. And if you go for a 1-to-1, it hit. You see, it hit that 1-to-1 shooting star. Now, I'm not saying this was not an uptrend, but this was definitely a bullish move. So this is something you could backtest. Does it happen after most bullish moves? Does it happen, right? So that's one. I'm gonna share this with you guys. I'm sharing the link. That's the link. That link will take you here. See, like if you click on it, it'll show you exactly what I drew is all there on that link. So, but look at how far it went. Let's look at the risk to reward that it gave us. A shooting star right there, 1 to 5. Your money would have multiplied by 5 if you just literally, if you took that shooting star. You had this bullish move, shooting star, whoop. I'm gonna share that too. Let me share that too. Please, I would encourage everybody to don't just leave those links there. Click on that link, bookmark it, have it as a reference. Like create a bookmark for chart references, you know, so that you get better at spotting these things, at understanding the market. When you see a shooting star, it will not always happen. It doesn't always happen. Nothing happens 100% of the time in trading. That's why we have risk management. But if you learn to spot when a shooting star will go down, I'm telling you, this is profitable. That right there is profitable. So let's go ahead and share this with you guys. Okay, now let's actually look at an uptrend. We need to see a shooting star in an uptrend. So there's an uptrend here. Look at this, uptrend, uptrend, uptrend. Shooting star has to be what, at least double the size? Oh, it's up. Okay, professional technicians say that the shadow should be twice. Okay, here it is. Twice the length of the real body. So 1, 2, and at least twice the length of the real body. So here we got 1, 2, and a little stick. Like this is pretty much what it means. Let me show y'all. So this is the length of the real body approximately, because I'm not getting it perfect. Let's do it like that. So it has to be, let's see if I can move it or copy it. Copy. No, it won't do it. But anyway, kind of like 1, 2, and I went a little bit bigger, and you still have a little bit of a wick there. So this is a shooting star. But look at what happened. Look at this. You did get the shooting star. You got the break of the candle. If you put the stop loss right here, you would have got stopped out again, stopped out maybe here. So I mean, this one was very rocky, and then he gave you a down move. So that one is not good, but it did give you a down move. So let's continue. I guess you could look at the length of the wick, and that could help us determine how, like, the quality of a shooting star. This right here is a hammer, not a shooting star. So again, we're looking for the uptrend first. This is the work that a lot of people don't want to put in, but this is the problem. Listen to this real quick. A lot of people want to find somebody online that just feeds them. Like, it just feeds them. Like, you want somebody that just gives you, not you, but people in general, they want people that gives them trades, people that could take them to the next level, but magically not giving you the stuff that's gonna help you. You have to be able to find these candlestick patterns for yourself. Like, a lot of people want somebody that will give them a pattern. Like supply and demand, you might want somebody that teach you the strategy, but that's it. You want to use that pattern, and you want to take trades everywhere where you see it. But the traders who put in the work, the traders who learn to read the market, to read the story that the candlesticks are telling us, those are the traders that are going to know how to pass on bad setups. Even there could be high probability demand setups that may not have the right confluences to make it work. When you put in this work, and this is work, you gotta practice. It's gonna take time, but when you do this, eventually you're gonna see so much in the market that's gonna be obvious to you when you should take a trade, when you should skip, pass on a trade. It's just gonna be obvious. Are you willing to put in the work? Are you gonna put in the work? That's the question. In my channel, you may not be seeing flashy stuff. You may not be seeing, like, and even as I obtain these things, you might see a vlog here and there. Like for example, I want a jet ski. That's something that I want. Eventually, you might see a vlog, me riding a jet ski. That you might see that on a vlog, but not on a daily. Like, you're not gonna see me talking about a jet ski all the time. You're not gonna see me, if I buy a house, or when I buy a house, you're not gonna see me talking about it more than once. Like, I'll talk about it on a video because you'll show the results just one time. But after that, we're going back to the charts, back to the shooting star, back to the hammer, back to the morning candlestick pattern. What is it? The morning. Let's get the right name. See, I gotta do better at remembering. But the morning. What is it? The morning star. Hold on. The evening star. Yeah, I had it. So it's morning star, the word star. I gotta remember that. Morning star, evening star, morning star, evening star, and then shooting star. I think, you see, this is why you gotta keep going over them until you really recognize. But the word star is on all three of them: morning star, evening star, shooting star. Morning, evening, shooting. So we could do that exercise. You know, you have what, 3 types of stars? At least, yeah, 3 types of star patterns: morning, evening, shooting. So let's do that exercise. We're gonna say morning, evening, shooting, morning, evening, shooting, morning, evening, shooting, shooting, evening, morning, shooting, evening, morning, star. They're all stars. You got a shooting star, morning star, evening star. This is the type of work. You know, we're gonna look back at this video a year from now, and we're either gonna say he was right, or we're gonna say we made a lot of money with this knowledge. So either way, there's no way to be wrong with knowledge. As long as you have knowledge here in my garage, knowledge. As long as we got the knowledge, as long as we have to pair it with wisdom. Knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, and wisdom. This is knowledge. It's not wisdom. We have to apply that knowledge. We have to take setups. We have to win with a shooting star. We have to win with a morning star. We have to win with a evening star. I almost said morning evening star. Evening star. We have to lose with a shooting star. We have to lose with a shooting star. We have to lose with an evening star. We have to lose with a morning star. You see, I'm even doing this just to like burn it in my memory. And you should be doing the same. We have to win and lose with all of these patterns to develop wisdom, knowledge, and wisdom. We need both. We need both. Where am I getting this foundation from? This theory from? I'm not talking about you, but I get it from here. I'm going to show you where I get it from. Where do I get the fact that knowledge and wisdom are important? Right here. That's where I get it from. Book of Proverbs talks about, I'm not preaching, but I'm just saying, the book of Proverbs talks about knowledge and wisdom being the things. Well, knowledge, wisdom, and discipline. You gotta be disciplined. Knowledge, wisdom, and discipline. Even if you're not a believer, even if you don't believe in God, the Bible, whatever, even the principles, knowledge, wisdom, and discipline. You cannot, what's the word? Refute. let's look it up here. Refute. I don't know where the accent goes. Let's see. Yeah, refute. That's Google. Let me show you. Look, I go on Google. I go here and you see, I get it from there. You cannot refute that knowledge, that understanding. I don't care if you are like whatever you are when it comes to results. Knowledge, wisdom, discipline. Those three things. So when we're looking at this book, we're gaining knowledge. The wisdom we get when we execute. So morning star, evening star. Let me do this. Let's not look at it. Morning star, evening star, and shooting star. Morning, evening, shooting. Morning, evening, morning. Practice. Evening, shooting. What are they? Stars. Three type of stars. Then we got the dojis. We got how many doji patterns? At least on this section of the book. Because I don't see long leg doji here, but at least on this section we have doji, dragonfly, gravestone. So just a regular doji, just technically you just have to memorize two. Dragonfly, gravestone, dragonfly. Doji is one. We gotta put in this work. You want to make money, right? Like you want to make money. You want to get out of your job. You want to provide for your family, but you're not willing to memorize these things. You're not willing to understand these things, these patterns. You're not willing to understand what the chart is telling you. You're not willing to put in that work. You're not. And I'm not saying you, the people that show up every day, I know you're willing because you show up every day. But the people that may only watch me once, reality is that if you're not willing to do this, how are you ever going to become amazing, the GOAT of the chart? How, Sway? How, Sway? How? Come on. I get upset because even when I was learning the piano, like I saw a lot of people and I had the same mindset when I started. I thought it was gonna be impossible. I thought I would hear other people playing the piano like amazingly, and I would think back then, I was like, that's so hard. I don't ever see, like, I don't know if I could get there. I don't know, but I started doing the things that people didn't want to do. I started learning all of my major scales, all of my minor scales, harmonics, like all of the modes. I started learning all of the chords, basic chords, extended chords, chord progressions. I started learning how to play in different keys, how to do this, like literally to the point where in music, especially on like keyboards have this button that you press and it changes the key automatically. You don't even have to learn all of the keys. I told myself I'm not gonna do that shortcut. I learned all of my keys, and now I could play in all of my keys. So when I play, I have a distinctive sound. Why? Because I know how to borrow from different keys and play in the key that I'm in. I'm gonna borrow from different keys. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna come up with a way to sound like me when I play. That came from knowing how to put in the work. Like, and a lot of people would doubt themselves. A lot of people doubt the fact that they could learn how to trade, the fact that they could learn how to play an instrument. They doubt themselves. I doubted myself at the time, but I had faith in the process. I had faith in putting in the work. I knew that if I put in the work, I could accomplish my goals in music, and I did. How can I say this? I learned how to play in a way where now I'm not scared of any song, anything. You could put anything in front of me. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna play it. It is what it is. I have that confidence. The same confidence I am developing on the charts. I've been playing music longer, way longer than I've been on the charts. So, but I learned from being a musician. I learned the process, the learning process, that learning stage. What happened, puppy? Say hi. Say, I'm trading.
I trade.
Say, put in the work.
The work.
Don't be lazy.
Be lazy.
No. Don't be lazy.
Be lazy.
Dame beso. Mwah. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm about to be out. My son wants me, and yeah, my son is everything. He's everything to me, right, Bobby? You like to trade? You gonna put in the work? Yeah, I mean, you guys got it. Find the shooting star. That's homework. Homework is find shooting stars on top of an uptrend. That's all y'all gotta do. Look for an uptrend. Find a shooting star. Uptrends, shooting star. This is not a shooting star, that's a hammer. That's all y'all have to do. Any questions before I leave? Any questions? Let me see. Let me make sure I see everything. Okay, perfect. Trading channel. Perfect. Okay. Any questions on YouTube? Any questions? I'll be right back. I'm not leaving yet. Good morning, the one-stop trader. Good morning, bro. Hope all is well so far. All is well. All is well. I just sometimes I mean, it's random rants, you know. It's not even about me all the time. Like when I rant, it's not because like, and I'm not saying you're saying this in general. When I rant, it's because like I just have it in my heart. Hey, maybe there was a time where like I'm not even gonna say that because I've always put in the work, but maybe I've seen people in my journey, whether it's music, trading, like I've seen people that don't really put in the work, and this rant mainly came from that side, like seeing people not put in the work but wanting the results, you know. And pretty much here, like we're putting in the work, we're learning these basic things, but how many people could say that you knew these patterns by heart? How many people could say that you knew it? Like you would look at the charts and you knew what you was looking at. Not many, not me. That's why I'm going through it with you guys. So this is mainly, I'm in a way encouraging everybody to put in the work, to go through this. Didn't see it, we'll replay it. Yeah, I mean, I call it a little rant, but yeah, you know, like I said, we just gotta put in the work. You know, if we wanna become like the one-stop trader, like if we wanna have his type of results, we gotta put in the work. It's called hope, and that does not work in trading. Yeah, nah, hoping doesn't. I don't think you need a little bit of hope just to like keep going. I don't even think it's hope. I think it's faith. I operate based off faith. I know it's gonna sound weird. I don't even know if this makes sense, but in my mind it does. I don't operate on hope. I operate on faith. Like, if that makes sense. Maybe I do hope, but I operate in faith. But faith without works is dead. You have to put in the work. If you have faith and you're not working for it, it's not gonna happen. You gotta have some hope, but you cannot just operate based off of hope. Yeah, faith, exactly. That's what it is. You gotta have faith as you're putting in the work. Like, I see so many people that have faith, but they don't put in the work, so nothing's gonna happen. It's not even God. Like, I'm a Christian. I read the Bible. The Bible says faith without works is dead. So even the Bible, even for believers, like even a lot of believers, they'll think that just having faith in God is gonna give them the results. It's not. Faith without works is dead. Faith without us learning the Candlestick Trading Bible, right? All of these patterns, like faith without putting in the work is dead. Like, and I'm not saying everybody read the Candlestick Trading Bible and became successful. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is everybody that has become successful in trading, they have put in the work. Mostly. I guess there are some cases where people have been lucky. It could happen. It could happen. It is trading. Sometimes you might have just got in right here. Let's just say you got in right here. And you just like full ported. You full ported, right? You had like $10,000 full ported and rode it all the way up. But if like, let's say, yeah, you turn that into like, I don't know, let's just say 100K, for example, just an example. If you want to keep that 100K and you try to do this again, it may not work out the next time. So, and the One Stop Trader says, and the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Just have to keep going. So easy to quit, bro. I love that, bro. It sounds like, I don't know. I've heard that at church, bro. I heard that at church. So I think either you was at church yesterday like me, or you just know, like you know what you're talking about. So it does. The testing of our faith produces perseverance. Perseverance, not perseverance. Perseverance. It does. So, and I was talking about that when I first started the stream. Like, we can't just quit when it gets hard. We got to put in the work. When I do these videos, when I talk about these things, I'm talking to me first. Don't think I'm just talking to everybody. I'm talking to myself. Like, I'm applying it to myself. We got to have faith. We got to put in the work. And if you don't ever watch me again, faith without works is dead. Just remember that. Have faith, put in the work. Have faith, put in the work. I don't have anything else to say, honestly. I was gonna cut it, but I want to ask, does anybody have any questions? Like, we've been here. I'm not taking a trade today. Just enjoying my time with my son. I just have a lot to do at work today, so yeah, I was like, let me go on stream. I'm gonna chill, today, but this is gonna be a great week. I hope it is a great week for everybody. The One Stop Trader, I appreciate you. I'm not gonna lie. Look, listen, I'm honest. I appreciate your support. I love the fact that, like, bro, like, you don't even have to like pop up. Like, you don't have to, right? You got your stuff going on, but you do. You show love. That motivates me. It does. I'm not saying that so like you slave away. No, I'm not saying that, but I do appreciate your support, bro. Like, I appreciate when people that's doing great, they show love, because that energy, like, it's like, okay, people that know what they're doing, and I know what I'm doing, but people that have the results, they're showing love. Like, that just means that I gotta keep going. I gotta stay locked in, and my results are gonna come in due time. In God's time, my results are gonna come, and it might be a different story by then. Like, at that point, maybe the YouTube channel might be popping even more. Like, my man's Doyle Exchange, he said it one time. He said, you just gotta show some results and everybody comes. So we're working. You're part of my process. The reason why I'm on YouTube live streaming is because I don't want to pop up once I have the results. I want to document the journey. I want to document my mindset on my way up, during my way up. And hold on, if you see in this corner pop up, my son is playing with the green screen, but I'm documenting the journey. I showed y'all from, like, y'all seen the video where I had to, and I did this on purpose. I told myself when I had to surrender my apartment in New Jersey, I told myself I'm gonna document my whole come up, my whole journey. I'm gonna document it all. And I did. I document me being present at that apartment, like getting everything out, putting everything in the storage. Like, I documented everything. Moving to Florida, that was a win. That was a win. I'm not gonna like downplay it. That was a big win. Like, from surrendering my apartment to moving to Florida, because moving to Florida was my dream. So God allowed that struggle. Like, He used it for my benefit, to bless me, to bless my family. And now we live in Florida. So whenever you're going through hardship, whenever you're going through struggle, don't think it's the end of you. It's not the end of you. That struggle, I'm gonna say God, you could say the universe, like life, luck, karma, whatever. God's using it for your advantage. It's gonna work out in your favor. You just have to take that time, make the most out of it, because I worked on my credit during that time. I worked on my savings. I worked with a realtor. I did things during that time. I put in the work. It wasn't just like, oh, I surrendered my apartment. Nothing had, like, just God did everything. I had to put in the work too. Faith without works is dead. That's it. That's it. I don't have anything else. This is your hobby. The world is yours.